Hi, this is Kelly Neitlinger, and I'd like to talk to you today a little bit about snowshoeing. It is the third most popular winter sport in America, and there's a lot of different varieties of snowshoes. These are all my snowshoes. I've been a big game hunting guide for 8 years and counting. And I also take people on adventures to ice caves and winter camp. So this is a pair of Atlas snowshoes that a friend of mine actually got me for my birthday, used at a resale shop, and I think he paid $25 for them. And there's some Trailblazer snowshoes, and there's different brands. Iversons are my favorite. A lot of times you can find the name of them on the backs, and I'll show you if I find some with names. And they all have different kinds of bindings. Bindings will get old, the leather will decay, so if you're wearing a pair with older bindings, you need to make sure to carry extra supplies like shoelaces and things like that to replace it in case it breaks, or at least some paracord. So the old-fashioned ones are made out of sinew, the sinew or rawhide often. This particular one's rawhide. The rawhide is put on wet, and then it hardens up as it dries and shrinks, and you keep it tight by the way that you tie it. So it's pretty cool. Sometimes you'll have to repair some as well. And Iversons are made in Michigan's Upper Peninsula. They're one that I'm the most familiar with. Here is a Rabath, and they're made in Canada. And these are Ojibways when they have the point at the top and the bottom. These are often known as Trailblazers. You can see a different kind of binding here. I actually really like this binding. I think there's a lot less to go wrong than the ones with straps on either side. And here is my amazing handmade Swedish axe from Gränsfors, and they're signed even by the maker, or initials by the handmade maker in Sweden. So it's good to carry some wilderness survival supplies with you. I have my case on me right here. So I have different versions of winter survival supplies, but this is one version. So this is kind of a mixture of a lot of things. It has some resin here. So this has actually been repaired at one time. It has some more glue and resin right here. This is just like a fiberglass cord, more like you would have for fishing line, and more of a modern binding. But keep in mind, even this kind of thing can break. You can see this one is a little bit dry checked right here, so they can crack and break. This is kind of a unique style, pretty interesting. So these are what's more often called, they're sort of like a bear paw, but they still have more of a rounded tail. A true bear paw will be completely round. This was similar to the style that the Game Warden Service where I worked uses, and the other one's actually up at my cabin already. And they're really awesome. They last forever. These are made out of metal and wire, and this is also designed by and used by the Canadian military, and they do a lot of course, wintertime survival scenarios and drills, and of course real life situations as well. And you can also start a fire by shaving some of that off and hitting it with steel. So pretty cool. And these are Trailblazers. These are some Ojibways that I started to make and I haven't completed yet. I'm not the greatest at weaving something so intricate, but I'll finish these up and apply a fiberglass resin to them. Some more. I love these bindings. These are the ones that I've been using the most lately. I just love those bindings. They're pretty simple. So they're made out of some kind of a rubber and have a nice, quick, easy release. And these are more old-fashioned. And you can see sometimes they'll need some repair over time. This could break off. As a guide, I would have a lot of different clients of different sizes with different athletic ability, different weights. And so I would tailor their snowshoe based upon those factors. Just thought I would show you a couple examples of some good boots that you can wear. These truck boots, I love truck boots. They're great for snowmobiling. Super warm. Got those at a resale shop. for $25. They're probably about a $250 boot. Two different types of cross-country ski boots, and both of these I got at resale shops. I also cross-country ski as well, so you can pick up a pair for maybe less than $20. Some Thinsulate Irish setters, very, very warm, pretty lightweight, versatile. Year-round boot potentially, but they're really designed for the winter. I've worn them a lot in the summer, and I've had those for years. They've lasted. These are handmade boots made in Ontario, Canada, by the Ojibwe people, and they're hand beaded. And then of course I have my very favorite, the Schnees. They're made in Bozeman, Montana. Best pack boot made in my opinion. And then I have a one-piece Cabela's winter ice fishing style suit on that keeps me super warm today, but it's actually not very cold. And I just thought I would show you this. So snowshoeing is a great activity, and it doesn't cost a lot to get involved. All these used ones I pick up for $50 or less at resale shops. So if you keep your eyes open, you can find some. Sometimes the bigger ones are more like $75. And in some cases, you'll see them overpriced for $100, $120, $125 American. But you can definitely find some that are more economical. Or you can make some of your own. You can make your own frames. You can make even more rustic than this. And then you can buy a kit as well if you want to make your own snowshoes. So get outdoors and go wild.